What's up, everyone? It's Cool Trainer Zach, and we are back with a corrected version of this video. So yesterday I posted a version of this video where I was comparing a Bulbasaur promo that I found on the GameStop Marketplace, and I pulled up the wrong card in Pokédata, and I was comparing two different cards, and that's what I get for drinking beer when I'm recording these, and that's just how it goes. So I took that part out of this video. I also am adding in a new section where I found someone else on Reddit who found a pretty good deal on the GameStop Marketplace, and they were able to score a card well below market, so I'm adding that into here. And then this is also going to be the corrected, updated version of what you can find on the GameStop Marketplace. Hope you enjoy it. What's up, everyone? It's Cool Trainer Zach, and today I'm going to talk about the new GameStop Marketplace and whether there's opportunity for buying graded cards at or below, or as we might see, above market price on this new marketplace. So here's why I decided to dig in. I came across this post on the Poke Investing subreddit, and this person thinks that they scored big on a huge fumble by GameStop on their new marketplace. So as we can see when we read this post, this person came up on a PSA10 Blaziken VMAX from the Chilling Reign set for about $345 shipped. It's worth noting that this person also has the GameStop Pro membership, so they're probably paying a little bit for that. But this card is easily going for $500 in a 10 on the market right now if you're getting it off somewhere like eBay. So the fact that they could come up on this card for $350 feels like a huge score. So let's take a look at the Blaziken VMAX on Pokédata really quick to see what we're working with. So keep in mind, this person got it for, let's call it $345. We come over to the Blaziken VMAX, the alt art, super cool card, and we can see that this thing has just been on an absolute rip lately. This is the pricing for the PSA 10 here. We can see that the average price on eBay is sitting right around $500. If I drill down into some of the last solds, yeah, we're at $480, $499.99. Maybe some of the low 400s. So the fact that this person was able to score this for $345 on GameStop's new marketplace is an absolute steal, and I'm going to go ahead and agree with them right now. That is a huge fumble on the part of GameStop. It's unclear whether this was GameStop just grossly mispricing this card, or somebody listed the card for sale on the marketplace and just didn't know what they had and listed it way below market. But it's still like pretty inconceivable to me, because if we look at what the raw price is going for, this car is going for like almost $300 raw. I mean, over $300 raw on TCG Player. And this person was able to get it for just above that in a 10. So that is wild. And that's what made me want to say, okay, is now like the peak time to be smashing the buy button on the new GameStop Marketplace, because there's so much opportunity here. As we're about to find out, that's not exactly the case, but it's worth taking a look. So I headed over to the new GameStop Marketplace, and I wanted to dig into a handful of cards, kind of see what they had. And what I did was I went ahead and sorted all of the graded Pokemon TCG cards from highest to lowest price in a 10, because I basically wanted to see what is the most primo kind of stock that they have on the site. Right now, it's honestly pretty thin. There's not a lot of like super primo cards on here, but some of the prices are wild. So check this out. This Charmander, it's a Black Star promo from the Obsidian Flame set. So this is Scarlet and Violet era. This is very recent. We look over here, in a 10, this thing is going for $450 on the GameStop Marketplace. If you have their Pro membership, you can get it for about $383. But when I saw this, I said, okay, either I'm severely out of touch and this card got way more valuable when I wasn't looking, or this pricing is completely ridiculous. When I clicked over into Pokédata, I pulled up the promo. This is the same Charmander. It's not even a Pokemon Center exclusive. I double checked, because there is a version of this card that is stamped with the Pokemon Center exclusive. It's not that one. It's just the normal Charmander Black Star promo. Pulled up the pricing data in 10. yeah, this thing has had, some moments recently. It was trading above $100. It looks like it was trading around 108. But then when I drill down into some of the last solds, actually worth noting here, Absolute Chad picked this up for $60 recently in a bidding war, 25 total bids, and got this thing for $60. That is pretty killer. So shout out to whoever it is who won this. If you won this auction, let me know in the comments, because you are a Chad and I have an award to give you. But yeah, we see it's trading 125. A couple there, a couple in the 90 range, a couple in the 70s down here. So when I compare that to what this is going for on the GameStop Marketplace in the exact same card in a 10, this is ridiculous to me. This makes no sense. Who is buying this? Who in their right mind is going to say, they're going to wake up one day and say, you know what I want today? I want to buy a Charmander Black Star promo in a 10. And you know where I want to buy it from? I want to buy it from GameStop so that I can spend $450 on it instead of buying it from literally anywhere else where I can spend $85 to $100 on it. So that is, case number one, where it's the exact opposite of what happened with the Blaziken VMAX, where that person got it for an absolute steal, $150 below market, basically. This is like ridiculous number of bucks above market price. So not sure what's going on there. I said, okay, maybe that's just an anomaly. Let's go to something a little more classic, a little more vintage. Let's see what they're working with there. So I found this is actually one of the, when I sorted by most popular, this Ampharos from Neo Genesis. This is, pretty classic card. This is from all the way back in 2000, so the 24-year-old card at this point. And this thing is going for $325 unless you have their pro membership, in which case you can get it for about $277. And off the top of my head, I don't know what this card is worth. I'm not super familiar with it. And I said, okay, let's pull it up on Pokédata. What do we got? It's the same story as with the Charmander. This thing, there's a little less price history for this, so, hard to pin it down exactly. But for a while, this thing was trading around $220, took a big dip down to about 100. That's a big ouchie. And since then, it's been trading around 175. Last sold's at 175. Not a ton of pricing data from the last 6 months here, just because this is an older card. Probably doesn't get traded that much in a 10. If we look here, actually, the population is only there's only 61 of these in a 10. So if I use the last sold and just say 175.50, and then click back over here, this is going for 275 with a membership, or 325 without the membership. I still don't get it. I mean, maybe there's some rationale. Maybe whoever's listing this is sold by GameStop though, so this isn't even like a person who thinks that they can just, score bigly and, net, few hundred extra bucks for themselves by selling this on new marketplace. This is GameStop saying, hey, we think this is worth $325. I got news for you. The market thinks otherwise. It's pricing this at $175 last sold. So again, I don't know who wakes up in the morning and says, you know what I want to do is buy an Ampharos from the 2000 Neo Genesis set, and I want to pay $325 for it on GameStop. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's sort of an instance of like, this is actually pretty in line with market, and so we just are going to pull up this Dialga V-Star here. This is from the Sword and Shield era, and right now it's going for about $60 on GameStop, about $51 with their membership. And I said, okay, here's something, Sword and Shield has been really popular lately. Let's see if there's a big price disconnect here. So we're looking at $50 to $60. And when I pull up the Dialga V-Star on Pokédata, and, this is in a 9, by the way, PSA 9. When I pull it up in a 9 on Pokédata, sitting right about the same place, between $50 and $60. You can see, obviously, there's been some variance there. Someone picked it up for 72. Someone picked it up for 49. Ooh, someone paid 80. But generally, it's kind of floating around between that $50 and $60 range. We can see right here that on average, it's going for about $59 in a 9. And that seems like pretty on point. So here is the most recent score that I'm adding into this video because I thought it was super cool to find someone else who scored a card well below market. And I'm pulling up this instance of this guy's actually shouting out to the other guy who scored on the GameStop fumble. It seems like this is getting people to look into the GameStop Marketplace, which is exactly what I did after I read that post, searching for deals. Now, as we've kind of seen, a lot of stuff on the marketplace is actually significantly above market. There are some cards that are trading kind of in line with market, but generally what I've seen so far is things are just way, way overpriced. That being said, this guy right here was able to score this card, which is generally, and I'm pulling up the correct card this time. Generally, this thing is trading in a 10 around 266 bucks. And then actually I'm seeing a last sold at 375, which is just like, this guy got this for what? 200? Got it for 205. Oh, 175 after the discount, and then it was like 184 after shipping and some credit card cash back and stuff. So 184 for this card. Versus, I don't know, people are pretty steadily paying 266. Someone paid 375 pretty recently. Looks like someone also was able to snipe it for under 200. With that didn't even have any bids on it, or there's not any bids available. So, but generally we can see this thing is trading well above 200 bucks here. So being able to get this all in, shipped, everything for 184 plus the GameStop membership, I think is a screaming deal. Shout out to Sailorfish13 for scoring this. Super good to see you winning. It does show that there are some deals to be had on GameStop. From what I can tell, they're few and far between, but this was a total score, so shout out to you, Sailorfish. My summary of the opportunity for the GameStop Marketplace. Clearly, there are going to be some one-off opportunities where high-value cards are getting mislisted, mispriced. Usually you're going to hear about that on Reddit. Someone's going to post their huge win and say, hey, I scored this for 150 bucks below market. So it seems like that opportunity does exist. But after clicking around for a while, it's not like every card on there is sitting under market. I don't think it's some strategy on the part of GameStop to say, hey, we're actually going to offer these killer prices. If anything, most of the cards I see on there are actually wildly overpriced. And for a business that is trying to roll out this new graded card marketplace, it seems like they have an uphill battle ahead of them because, one, the supply on the marketplace is pretty thin. I didn't see anything that was like super, super impressive. There's a couple, cool gems on there, but then when you look at the prices, generally they just don't make sense. As we saw with the Japanese Bulbasaur promo, there are some cards that are priced below market, and so if you're really diligent and you're on the marketplace all the time, maybe you can find some opportunity there, and there's an arbitrage opportunity to be had. But unfortunately, for the most part, it looks like GameStop's marketplace is just wildly overpriced, and at best, you can hope for the one-off, super popular, super high-value card to be mispriced, and then you're going to have to swoop in and swoop on it really fast. I'll be interested to see how their marketplace develops. They're obviously trying to become a player in the space. I actually think it's a net positive that they're offering this marketplace. I just hope it provides sort of more liquidity to the market. It's another marketplace, another resource for people to buy and sell, and hopefully it just helps the space mature overall. But so far, it's pretty early days for the GameStop Marketplace. I'm not super impressed, but I'm curious to hear what you think. So if you've had any experiences buying or selling through GameStop, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. If you've had any big wins like the one that we're seeing here on Reddit, would love to hear about that too. So interested to hear your thoughts, and I'll catch you next time.